everyone. My name is Richard Vigorelli, and I am your guide for everything Chinese medicine. And I set it all up so us Westerners figure it out. Well, as promised, another case study from pop culture, and yes, this is covered under fair use, because I am using any depictions or lore of the character to illustrate a point. With that being said, let's move on to our case study, and this one is troubling. It is the Joker from the DC Universe, Batman mythos, and the most psychotic and or evil character that Batman has probably ever faced, and he's faced some doozies. So, let's talk about him, shall we? We have no idea who he is. We have suspicions, but even in that universe, there's actually 3 Jokers. We're going to talk about 2 of them, just because the third one's kind of a mesh. Anyway, the most famous of them is a clown. He's murderous. He's evidently crazy. Glutton for punishment, loves Batman strangely, and actually enjoys getting beaten up. He runs around killing people randomly, poisons entire swaths of the city, and laughs constantly. Tells the horrible, horrible jokes, if he tells any jokes at all. And he's always got this thing going on. Well, Chinese medicine, that's a hard thing. His Shen is not being related properly. And it is because it's being covered. And it's being covered by something very specific. It is called fire phlegm in the heart, otherwise known as insanity. And this is actually a thing in our world. Fire phlegm in the heart, how can I explain this? It covers everything that you need to understand everything around you and then react. Okay? So, you flying off the handle and pushing somebody out a window because they told a bad joke is perfectly fine for you because you got hot phlegm in the heart. Whereas everybody else is looking at you like, seriously, dude? They just told a joke. Calm down. Okay? So, this will often manifest as delirious behavior, ranting, raving, being quiet, and then all of a sudden jumping up and down, stamping your feet, and yelling obscenities, and wandering around in circles, just making sounds, and throwing things, and all of this, laughing maniacally. You may still have the ability to speak intelligently, like the Joker does, but the way you speak is not good. Very, very dangerous to speak that way because you're saying things that sound logical to you, but everybody else are like, yeah, you're crazy. Okay? So, the other Joker, on the other hand, is just plain out evil. This would be the Joker as depicted in the Christian Bale movie. Played by Heath Ledger. God rest him, the guy was amazing. I actually got to meet him before he died. Really good guy. This guy is not crazy. He's broken. He's been through some extremely traumatic events in his life and decided to turn that around on the world to show everybody that humans are dark by nature. And he's going to prove it. Now, these 2 Jokers, medically speaking, are very, very different. The one maniacal crazy one is hot phlegm in the heart, I'm going to do whatever I please. And the other one is probably just straight up fire, mixed with probably liver yang rising, maybe some liver wind, but I'm not really seeing any signs of dizziness or stroke or anything like that. So I'm betting liver yang rising, and he just wants to destroy things because of anger. Hot phlegm in the heart, it's straight up amusement, and it's demented amusement. Okay? Tremendous difference there. These are not the same people. Okay? So, how would I treat this? This looks really complicated. Well, barring proper treatment that we would use with any sort of ethics, antipsychotics, he's gonna be put away because he is a danger to himself and society. And he's gonna be sedated a bit, and he's gonna be going through a lot of cognitive therapy. However, if they are not able to break through that phlegmy shell, then he'll easily adapt. And we see that in the criminally insane in our world too. Okay, very seldom when a person is criminally insane do they ever get cured of it. They're usually bonkers for life, and they're usually extremely dangerous for life. Sad, I know. So, barring any of that, let's say that the acupuncturist dude and the herbal dude are the only dude in town, and they're the only ones that are willing to take on this. So, herbs, there's a few formulas, but they're hit or miss as far as being effective is concerned. The major herb in them is actually a mineral. It's called Jusha. It's called Jusha. In English, it's called cinnabar. It's a hair on the toxic side, and that's because one of its principal components is mercury. Quicksilver, a little silvery liquid. Yeah, it's a neurotoxin. Drives you crazy. If you eat too much fish, you'll get it. You'll ingest enough of it, and then you're exactly like him. So, the thing is, the reason why we're using that is Jusha is very cold. Mostly because it comes from the ground, and the ground is cold. Okay. And it also tends to slow things down because it's a neurotoxin. So if we can slow down the heart enough, maybe we can crack through and start taking out all the gunk that's there. Okay? Problem is, if we do it too much, we'll kill him. Or it just won't work anyway. Okay? Here in the United States presently, the use of Jusha on any patient for any reason is against the law. And you'll not only lose your license, you'll get to go live in a cage for a couple 100 years. Yay. So we're not going to do that. So how can we treat them with acupuncture? Well, standard treatment protocols of like heartache to clear heat, PC6 to open up the heart and get stuff flowing, and stuff on the chest and the head and all that. It's not going to work. The condition's going to look at that and go, oh, that's adorable. How that's just sweet. But not to fear. We have another option called the ghost points. It's a set of points located at seemingly random points on the body. And they are used to treat severe mental conditions like this. See, insanity, like what would be depicted in Mr. J, is not a new thing. It is not a creation of the modern world. It's been around forever. Because, well, people go crazy, stuff happens. So, Chinese are going like, okay, we have a crazy person. They're running around killing people and saying they're a god. Also, I'm not going to be surprised if he levitates because the guy's possessed, probably. So I bring that up because that's what the ghost point protocol is for. It's for demonic possession, which nowadays we call insanity. So you take these points and you get a big honking needle. Now my workhorse is a 38 gauge, which about 20 of them can fit in a standard syringe needle. This one with standard syringe needle is about a 16, maybe a 14. 18 the thinnest, depending on what you're injecting. The one that they give you that's got the little butterfly lips when you donate blood and whatnot, I believe that one is a 4. That's about as big of a needle as we're doing, and by the way, it's solid. And that's not all. If you act today by putting this needle into the patient's body, you will gain the ability to make the needle glow bright orange or bright red, depending on how hot of a fire you use to set it in. That is correct, kids. This needle is basically a nail, and it's going into various points, and it is literally glowing hot. There is no medical community on the planet right now that would say, yeah, we can do that. That's okay, yay. Because, oh my God, is that unethical? It is abusive to the patient. The patient is not cognizant of what is going on. And, yeah, you might fix them for a time, but they're going to be real pissed off when they're done. So ghost point protocol probably not going to be a thing as properly done. What we're most likely going to do is take a 30 gauge or 28 gauge needle, which is about as thick as acupuncturists do nowadays, and we're going to set that into the point and then wait. He's probably going to be on the table for about an hour, most likely constrained. Ethical concerns there. So basically, with what I know about mental health and acupuncture, mental health in general, the dude's a lost cause. I would not be able to treat this patient in any fashion or even stabilize him in any way until somebody with better training can get in and take care of it for me, just because I don't really have the training for it. Acupuncture isn't really designed for severe mental health conditions like this. It's more or less designed for mental health regarding depression, PTSD, anxiety, constant worry, things like that. Okay? Prolonged mourning it can help with, but running around Gotham, poisoning half the city because you want to see him smile. Probably not going to be something that acupuncture and herbs would be able to touch. So, yeah, there's limits, dude. Okay? And you can't save everybody, no matter what kind of medicine you practice. So, like I said, troubling condition. So if you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button down below, and don't forget to leave a like and a comment. If you would like me to do another case study on any other character in pop culture or literature or whatever, let me know. And I will see if there is a condition that would warrant them, potentially talking to me, assuming they existed. If you would like, also, please visit my website, vigintmed.com. That stands for Vigorelli Integrated Medicine.com. I'll see you there, guys. Back later. Bye now.